Good afternoon. This is the April 16th meeting of the Board of Water and Power Commissioners. Barbara, can you please call the roll?
We have Commissioners Moss, Noonan, and Parfrey present.
Thank you very much. And I just want to bring to everyone's attention that these proceedings are being recorded for later rebroadcast on Channel 35. And the exact broadcast times can be found by contacting Channel 35. And the first thing that we would like to do this afternoon is to take item 21 out of order. So, Barbara, could you call that item, please?
Do you mean item 20?
20.
Yes.
20.
Item number
20.
20?
Yes.
Okay, that's the resolution honoring Ellen S. Schneider.
Ask
Is there a
Randy Howard to
presentation?
present. Yes.
All right.
Commissioners, my name is Randy Howard of the Power System, and I'm pleased to recognize Ellen Schneider of the Power System upon her retirement with more than 40 years of service. She doesn't look that old, does she? I've had the privilege of supervising and working with Ms. Schneider for many years. Ms. Schneider has been known in the Power System for her dedication to LADWP and the services that she's provided to our customers over those many years. Because of her knowledge and her contacts, many of the management team in the Power System have relied on Ellen to be the conduit to the fields and to the customers on numerous issues. She's considered the go-to employee for many of us when we have needs to investigate or get issues resolved related to field activities. In honor of Ms. Schneider's service to LADWP and the ratepayers, we would like to present her with several things, one being her 40-year pin, and there are 4 diamonds in this 40-year pin. So, Ellen, congratulations. We also have a certificate of appreciation for her 40 years of service. So, Ellen. And then we have a resolution, I believe, back here for presentation, and I'd like to read part of that resolution. Whereas Ellen Schneider, Senior Utility Services Specialist, after 40 years and 2 months of providing distinguished service with the Department of Water and Power in the City of Los Angeles, and whereas Ellen Schneider began her career on January 11, 1971, as a relief commercial services representative with the Department of Water and Power, she promoted to increasingly more responsible and diverse positions, including commercial service representative, commercial field representative, senior customer field representative, electric station operator, residential conservation representative, utility marketing representative, and senior utility service specialist. She moved around a lot. And whereas Ellen Schneider's commitment and diligence supervising electric rate applications, managing LADWP's economic development rates, and working as an economic development liaison, expediting power service installations as part of the mayor's LA business team, led to a special commendation from Mayor Reardon for outstanding customer service. And whereas Ellen S. Schneider, power distribution system and customer service, her customer service knowledge benefited the Power System, serving in the field, working on complex metering and customer station drawings for Transmission and Distribution Division. And whereas under her direction and management, the Power System made significant progress in areas of metering projects and identification and recovery of customer bills. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Water and Power Commissioners, on behalf of the management, its employees, and the citizens of Los Angeles, thank and commend Ellen Schneider for her service as a highly dedicated, motivated, and efficiency-oriented supervisor who is dedicated to assisting our internal staff and our external customers, and we extend the best wishes for her in her prosperous and enjoyable retirement. Thank you, Ellen.
I just want to say that as a civil servant, I was able to take a number of different civil service exams, and as Randy said, I moved around a lot, and it really gave me the ability to have a very broad and diverse background that I then was able to use to help our customers, both internal and external. And I want to thank Aram and Randy and Mark Berenbach, Mark Hollister, Jerry Ardelon, Dennis Walls, Mark Van Vacaris, and my friends Linda Ikegami, Scott Barnes, and Mike Knutson for being there and supporting me and for allowing me to end my career in the power system. Thank you.
So, Ms. Schneider, we hope that you will come up and join us for a photograph, please. Congratulations.
That is yours, so you want to hide behind that. Yeah, there you go. You can hold it, yeah, or we can you can hold it too, yeah. Just help her. Just help her. Okay, just okay, right there. Come in and just a little more. Excellent. Here we go. Okay. Here's the first one. Big smile, everyone. Yeah. Big smile. Okay, here we go. And one last one. Big smile again. That's good. Thank you. Thank you.
So on item 20, is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Barbara, let the record show that it was dual moved and dual seconded. So with no objection, item 20 passes. Thank you so much for your service. Thank you. Now, the next item on our agenda is a presentation on our Recycled Water Customer of the Year Award. And Jim, you're going to take this away.
Great. Good afternoon, Commissioners. I'm very pleased today to recognize the very first recipients of the LADWP Recycled Water Customer of the Year Award. As we plan our Earth Day celebrations for this coming Monday, April 22nd, we applaud the extraordinary efforts of the citizens of Los Angeles to help us capture, conserve, and reuse water. In fact, our customers use an average of 124 gallons of water per day, per person per day, the lowest among the 9 U.S. cities with populations over 1 million in the United States. We know that this is possible because of our customers' outstanding record of water conservation and their support of other local water supply initiatives like Recycle Water Program. We have 134 Recycle Water customers throughout the city who use that water for irrigation and industrial purposes. Our team is working hard to sign up more customers as we expand the Purple Pipe system, and we are implementing plans to diversify our future uses of recycled water. LADWP has established the Recycle Water Customer of the Year Award to recognize our customers' efforts to increase recycled water use in the city of Los Angeles. All recycled water customers in the LADWP service area were considered for this award. This year, the LADWP has selected Dale and Heather Gibson to receive the award because of their exemplary efforts to use recycled water. Today, we want to recognize their achievements. Dale and Heather own and operate Gibson Ranch, an 80-horse boarding facility and equestrian center on over 5 acres of land in Sunland, located in Councilmember Richard Alarcon's district, CD7. In fact, we have Mary Benson from CD7 also here with us today. Additionally, Gibson Ranch is home to Equestrian Trails, Inc., Corral 210, a local equestrian club that sponsors events and clinics for horse owners, many of whom board at Gibson Ranch. This is the first horse ranch in the city of Los Angeles to use recycled water for dust control. Dale and Heather Gibson purchased and retrofitted a truck to transport recycled water 10 miles round trip from our recycled water filling station to the ranch property. In the 9 months since converting to recycled water use, Gibson Ranch has saved nearly 400,000 gallons of potable water, and the savings continue. Mr. and Mrs. Gibson, you've been vocal supporters of our recycled water program, and we look forward to continuing our work with you as we maintain the city's #1 ranking as the lowest per capita water user in the United States. And I believe now Mary Benson would also like to say a few words before Commissioner Parfrey makes the presentation.
Commissioners, my name's Mary Benson. I'm here representing Councilmember Richard Alarcon. What I would like to do is to thank the DWP, James McDaniel and Donald Cressy, who put forth tremendous effort through the state of California, and I believe this is the state's first use of reclaimed water for permanent dust abatement. Without their efforts and their focus on this one reclaimed use, it has opened the door to not only agricultural equestrian users like Gibson Ranch, but also in the Northeast Valley for our constituents that are looking at using reclaimed water for their gravel mining and other processing within the area. Again, thank you to the DWP, Donald Cressy, and to his staff for all their efforts in working with Dale, working through almost 3 years of kinks and workarounds to get this program off the ground, and hopefully a brand new way for the citizens of Los Angeles to benefit from reclaimed water. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And can we give the Gibsons a warm round of applause? Thank you. And we would also like to invite you up for a presentation of 2 items. One is a certificate, and then the second, if I may, very exciting, is a very attractive award that we would like to have you place on your mantle. So come on up, and we'd like to make the presentation with a photographer. Come on in. Congrats. Thanks for your efforts. Yeah. Hi. Thank you for coming.
Congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Now, could we have someone hold this item? Something like this? Does it photograph?
Oh, you know what, let's take it out of it. Just take it out.
Do you wish to take it out of the shoot?
Very good.
All right.
I was thinking that was wearing white.
Is that odd? It looks like water, or is it?
I think that's the idea.
Yeah.
Against the shoulder thing.
Well, I think they want to keep that.
Yeah, that's good, just like that, okay. Get the hat off. Don't ask me to take the hat off. Oh, there you go. Very nice. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, here's the first one. Good smile. Uh-oh. Nope. Try that again. Okay, here we go. Good smile. Okay, let's try that again. Good smile. That's good. More. Yeah. And one last one. Excellent. Right there. Very good. You're okay. Got it? Okay.
All right.
All right.
Great.
And you're supposed to be up here.
Yeah.
Take one outside. And was there another with the?
Well, there is a certificate as well.
Okay.
So
Let's do that. Yeah.
can we do an exchange here?
Or you know what? Let's do one with the certificate and the
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, I should have mentioned that. We should have got that. Sorry. One more time. Take two. Yeah, just hold that. Yeah, just. Ah, perfect. Perfect. Okay. All righty. Here's the first one. Okay. Here we go again. And one last one. That's good right there. Thank you.
All right. Okay. We got to carry this away. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks. So, Barbara, if I may, the next item that is posted on the agenda is item 3, and there's a sub-bullet off of that item, which is an overview of the department's electric vehicle charging program, and I am asking that we move that item to be taken between items 23 and 24.
Okay.
All right, and so item 3 remains, though, a report from the general manager.
Thank you. I just want to take a quick moment here to express some of our deepest condolences for the families and the loved ones for those who lost their lives yesterday at that just totally unspeakable, horrible bombing at the Boston Marathon. It's difficult to realize that could still happen today. Our prayers for the recovery of the over 130 people who were injured, some of them critically in that bombing. This is really a painful reminder of the fact that this is the world, unfortunately, that we seem to still be living in, and that there are still threats here at home from some just inexplicable acts of terrorism. And we need to remain vigilant on behalf of our employees, our customers, our power and our water system. As a large utility as we are and the size of city that we are, this is a wake-up call to make certain that clearly our security people are on top of these things. It's an unfortunate circumstance that requires that we pay even greater attention to this, not just our security forces, but all of us to be on the watch out for this. So I'm just very hopeful that this is not something we see any more of. It felt appropriate to bring it up before the board here today. And that's all I have for a report today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nichols. Barbara, I understand we do have a card for item 3.
Yes. Did the speaker want to speak now or when we do the presentation later in the meeting? That's Mr. Hebb?
Yes. I'll wait till later.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Next item, please.
Next, item 4, comments and a request from commissioners.
Are there requests from the commission?
I do.
Mr. Moss.
Good afternoon, everyone. I've been thinking a lot about our debt financing, and particularly the amount of bonds that we're floating. And while I'm very confident that our debt service coverage ratios and our revenues support the annual debt service on all these bonds that we're floating, I am interested to know what our strategy is for paying off the principal many decades out when they become due. So I would like to get a presentation on what strategies the department is already, because I don't think it's too soon to begin thinking about what our principal debt level is and how we go about repaying it over time. So that request.
Gladly we do that. Yes.
Thank you very much. Ms. Noonan? None? Next item, please.
That'd be item number 5, opportunity for the public to address the board, and I do have one card.
Can you call the member of the public that wishes to speak?
Dr. Tom Williams.
Dr. Tom Williams, LA 32 Neighborhood Council DWP liaison, also one of the stakeholders that participated in a presentation on a Saturday morning. This is called LA's Water Reliability 2025. Today, I completed my review of 40 some odd slides that were presented in 90 minutes with such detail that you could not read them. And we had to actually insist upon them being distributed before the presentation so that we'd have some clue as to what we were getting. They are still not online even now, 2 to 3 weeks afterwards. So public participation requires timely access to information. We didn't get it. LA's Water Reliability 2025 Stakeholders Workshop, March the 26th. Talk about bond issues. Well, they had annualized costs, then they had annualized costs with debt service, with financial repayment, maybe, because nothing was identified, nothing was defined. So we are kind of upset having wasted a Saturday morning, not being able to figure out what these numbers mean, but they're important. And we can't even get a kind of standard, hey, why 2025? When a lot of the charts say 2028, and one of them says 2035, and SCAGS uses 2035 for land use planning throughout the city of Los Angeles and the greater LA basin. So revise it, give it to us before the meeting, and have another meeting or more. There were approximately 50 people there representing 4 million. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. President, Chair, if I could ask, I don't usually respond to comments, but I think it's important to provide some input to the board, and it's very important comments I think were raised here. I actually wasn't aware that we didn't put this online, and that's something we absolutely should have done, and we will take care of that and rectify that. One of the things that I don't think is perhaps we may not have made adequately evident at the meeting itself is this is a first jumping off point to start a conversation about much more detailed consideration yet to still come on what is our ability to accelerate our local water supply plan. And that includes water conservation, recycled water, stormwater capture, contaminated groundwater cleanup being the key features. And to be able to do that faster than the 2035 time frame that was laid out in our most recent urban water management plan. So there's a reason that there are different years in there, because 2035 is kind of the benchmark that we're starting from, and we're really looking to see what's the ability to pull that forward. We don't have all the answers yet right now as to what that cost would be. Perhaps we didn't make that adequately clear. Trying to make that a little bit clearer here, to at least to the board and the attendees here today. We will be having more sessions of this type. We will be getting information out in advance on this. We'll be trying to find methods to solicit input on this. And in part, frankly, this was a rollout to be able to say this is coming and that we will be soliciting some of this. And if Dr. Williams, if we didn't make that clear at that meeting, my apologies for that. There will be plenty of time. There will indeed be time for good, solid input into this, because it is important, and we don't have all the answers yet, so we are going to be looking for some input.
Thank you very much. Are there comments from the commission on this matter, or can we move on? Next item, please.
Okay, the next item is item number 6.
I see. We do have some items on our consent calendar, and it's my understanding that we have a person who would like to comment on item 14, so let's pull that. And then items 17 and 19, if we can set those aside. And so that leaves items 6 through 13, 15, 16, 18 that are on the consent calendar, and for those items, is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Hearing no objection, those items, as previously noted, are approved, and we can now move on to item 14. And who is making the recommendation on item 14 or making a presentation? This is the MOU between LADWP and Bureau of Sanitation. Is there a staffer present?
Matt? Sorry, I was looking to see if Matt Lamp was here.
Barbara,
Could we-
who's the person who submitted the card?
For item 14
Yes, please.
is Dr. Tom Williams. Do you want me?
Dr. Williams, are you waiting for a presentation, or would you like to make your comments beforehand?
For the good of
Just as a point of clarity there, we weren't anticipating there'd be a presentation. If you would like to have some interaction or some discussion on this topic, we can bring Matt Lamp.
I
up
would
here for
suggest
this.
that Matt should come on up and be ready for questioning.
Right.
No, please make your comments now.
Okay. Item 14, you're getting associated with Bureau of Sanitation. Be careful. First off, will there be a 30-day bill, or will it continue to be a 2-month bill? And that goes with both Bureau of Sanitation and DWP. Okay. Real time. Have a page within this portal that specifically deals with big issues such as storm water runoff. Because LA Board of Supervisors has had a real problem with this one. And you should separate it out as a real webpage with all of its associations and links between the City of Los Angeles and LA County, and also with the Board of Public Works and Bureau of Sanitation. Same way on recycled water. Where does the recycled water come from? Where is it going to go? That's another Bureau of Sanitation, and we always are concerned regarding the 400,000 acre foot gorilla or whale, hippo, that's in the mix, the Hyperion sewage treatment plant. When is it going to be used? At least 50% of its flow of 200,000 acre feet a year? When is it going to be used by the City of Los Angeles, Department of Water and Power, recycled water users? That's a lot of dust control. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Williams. Mr. Lamb, could you come to the podium, please, and introduce yourself? And also, is it possible for you to describe item 14 for the board here?
Let me introduce Mr. Bob Irvin from the BOS, who's our partner on this. A little while ago, we brought before the board a contract with 3DI for some additional work on the website. And 3DI helped us build LADWP.com. And inside that contract, we had described some work for BOS that would be done under that contract and that BOS would be paying for. And the reasons for using our contract vehicle essentially was because we would be sharing some common elements of security and access control because their accounts are our accounts. They're in CIS. In addition, both BOS and 311 are moving to using the Siebel software for some customer relationship management, and in our build of LADWP.com, we have built some integration between the product we use for the portal and Siebel. and they would be relying on some of that same integration that 3DI had done for us. So it made sense to tie them all into one contract vehicle. What's before you today is basically a memorandum of understanding from BOS to DWP saying, yes, we're going to do that, and yes, we are going to pay you the costs that are for using that contract vehicle. So this is the follow-up to that.
Allow me the following rhetorical question. Does this contract have anything to do with recycled water or with stormwater runoff?
No.
No.
All right. Do the commissioners have any questions?
I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Please. Thank you.
Second?
The motion has been moved and seconded, and hearing no objection, it is approved. Thank you for coming up to talk with us. Appreciate it. The next item, Barbara?
We'll be on to item number 17, which is amendment to Rule 9.
And I just have a very quick question on that. So can you please introduce yourself, introduce your name into the record, please?
Yes. This is Sharon Grove. I'm the Assistant General Manager for the Customer Service Division, and this is Mickey Yonamini. She is the Assistant Director of Billing.
And essentially, I just think that the public is owed an explanation for the change. Why the change, and what's the rationale?
The change is to, again, as we now have this new customer information system, this tool, customer care and billing system as it's called, we have the flexibility to try to create a more consistent experience for the customer. This one of the features of this system is it helps us be able to use rules-based best practices that are built into the code of this system, and we can manage the range of when we set up the meter reading schedule in the system, so that when customers get billed, they get billed a very consistent monthly charge each and every month. And this helps because customers then can expect, they look at their bill and they see the standard monthly charge every month, and it's not, $1.50 less or $1.50 more, and they don't have to call when in essence across the 12 months they're getting charged the same amount of money. So that's really the purpose of tweaking this rule so that we can really leverage the feature of this new system.
Thank you. Commissioners have any questions? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
The motion has been moved and seconded and is approved. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Next item, please.
Item number 19 is the Hollywood-Lacretz Customer Service and Community Center project.
Hey, my name is Mark Slawchek, Director of Environmental Affairs. I'll give an overview in the environmental part, and if there's any questions about the project, Sharon Grove will cover it. We're asking for approval of the mitigated negative declaration for building Customer Service Center and Community Center for the Hollywood-Lacretz project. The only change from what originally was conducted in the mitigated negative declaration is that demolition occurred last year because of health and safety reasons, but everything else is the same. So we're requesting approval with incorporation of mitigation measures for noise.
Okay. Well, I think it's important to thank and commend Morden Lacretz for donating the 3 parcels for our use. However, my question relates to our existing property at 6547 Sunset. There was no discussion as to whether or not we're going to sell that property to help pay for this new property.
Kevin Shost, Assistant Director of Customer Service. The existing Hollywood property is leased, and we have a 6-month notice to quit if we need to move out.
Okay.
So we feel we're covered there.
Okay, and out of curiosity, is it because of the donation that we decided to build instead of lease again?
Yes, we'd like to. We have 14 service centers right now throughout the city, from Mission Hills to San Pedro. About half of them are leased and half are owned. And we'd like to get more into the owned part than leased. So that's one thing we're looking at. Also, the parking currently at Hollywood is just metered only. This would provide plenty off-site parking also for our customers.
Okay, good. Those were the only questions I had. Thank you.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
The item has been moved and seconded and is approved. Thank you very much for your testimony. And at this point, Mr. City Attorney, I think we're going into closed session.
Yes, sir. Pursuant to Section 54956.9 D2 of the California Government Code.
And we should anticipate returning fairly shortly, so thank you for your patience.